Morrie Subaru is out here today with the all-new 2015 Subaru Impreza. The one behind me here is the limited trim, so what I'd like to do is show you around the exterior, the interior, and then give you a driving review. So the Impreza comes in either this, which is the sedan, or a hatchback model. They all are going to feature the symmetrical all-wheel drive, which is amazing in the summer as well. It really shines through in the wintertime driving. If you're looking for a little bit more style, the Limited is going to give you a few different exterior options, which are nice, but you can also run these down to the base model, which really doesn't take anything away from the vehicle, whether you're looking at the sedan or the hatchback. On the inside of the Impreza, cabin space is very comfortable as well as being very roomy. This one does have the leather heated seats, which is kind of that Minnesota must package. If you've had leather heated seats before in the past, it's very difficult to give those up. So with the sedan compared to the hatchback will give you a little more space as far as trunk goes, but in the sedan as well as the hatchback, there's a 60-40 split rear seat. So what that means, if you're throwing the kids' hockey bags in, you can kick down one side or the other, or as well both, and that's going to provide extra space to haul things around. If you're the outdoorsy type and you want to get camping gear in here, this thing gets 37 miles per gallon on the highway, so you can go up north for the weekend, not worry about fuel economy, and have plenty of space for all your stuff. Okay, so now we're behind the wheel of the Impreza. So what I'd like to do is drive around a little bit here and tell you kind of my impressions of the vehicle as far as how it drives, how it reacts to the road. The first thing, like I mentioned before, is these leather heated seats in the Limited. They're extremely comfortable. It's got a plush back to it and kind of a plush bolster here. And I mean, it really holds you nicely, and I'm sure, like all other Subarus in the wintertime, they'll cook up for you nice and hot so you won't be freezing. So I have spent a little time driving this around the city, kind of some stop and go traffic on the highway. A big thing that I noticed is road noise is very minimal. This does have a little bit smaller wheel than, say, if you're getting into a crossover or anything like that. And sometimes when you get more surface area from the road, from that tire patch that's actually touching, it can be a little loud. So since this does have the smaller wheel and tire package, it's really quiet and comfortable. So let's test out acceleration here. You know, not bad. Again, you're getting 37 miles per gallon on the highway, and in the city, I mean, if you can average high 20s, low 30s, I have no problem with that at all. I mean, the CVT does take a little getting used to, and what that means is essentially it's like the transmission is in one gear. It's going to be a smooth, non-shifting pattern, but if you do want to shift, you can move it over into a manual mode and change through the gears, where Subaru set up almost a pre-mapped setting where it will feel like a 6-speed transmission. The layout inside is great. The new updates from the old Subarus, if you've been in one of the other Imprezas, it really dates itself kind of now that you have this touchscreen with the large backup camera. You get everything laid out right in front of you. The digital speedometer is awesome. The fuel gauge is clearly obvious where it's at. I mean, they're not hiding anything from you. It's all laid out on the steering wheel really nicely. I think Subaru did an excellent job making this car. So like I kind of said earlier, if you're looking for a family sedan, but you don't want a really large car, you don't need all the room like maybe the Legacy has, or you don't want to get into an SUV, but you still want all-wheel drive, it's a tough find on the market to find a four-wheel drive sedan that's comfortable, that's roomy. I mean, there's plenty of space in here for it. I mean, 4 adults, you could fit comfortably in the car. 5 if you're doing maybe a shorter drive, I don't know exactly. I mean, rear headroom, I'm about 6'1", and you can fit comfortably in the back seat from where I'm driving here. I love the 4-wheel drive in this car too. I have driven them in the snow, and I mean, it's a Subaru. What can you say about it? You know it's going to handle well, you know it's going to perform nicely, and you know it's going to be a reliable car. Like I said, it has a nice feel to it. It's not the WRX, but that's not why you're looking at this car. But you still get hints of performance, and it's fun to drive. You know, I was worried that it was just going to be a kind of regular sedan, but adding all-wheel drive, it's not. It's fun. It's nimble is a good word for it. And I think the Impreza is a perfect mid-size or even smaller sedan option if you're looking for a car that, I mean, really fits the bill. From Morrie Subaru, thank you for watching our overview on the 2015 Subaru Impreza. For your test drive or for more information, stop by the nearest Morrie Subaru location. Thanks again for watching, and make sure you buy happy.